Is the lighting bad? It's normal. Okay. Hello everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is 8:30 in the morning. I have work at 10. I was supposed to work at 4, but after I got home from work last night, my boss texted me and she realized that she had not scheduled a cashier from 10 to 4. If I could just find what I'm looking for. Okay. I picked up a new eyeshadow palette last week, maybe the weekend before last, and I've just been waiting to film with it for my first time using it. It's the new Urban Decay Born to Run palette. When I bought it, I didn't realize what the packaging of the actual palette looks like. And it looks like this. It's so beautiful. It's just pictures of different destinations across the planet. It's magnetized, which is cool. And it opens up like this. There are 21 shades in here. Some good mattes and some beautiful shimmers. And you get a big mirror too. And then it folds back. So then you can set it down. My manager just about had a stroke when I told her that I'd never used an Urban Decay eyeshadow palette before. And she's like, they're the best! You've never used a naked palette? The naked palettes really just have never appealed to me. Right? They all look kind of cool tone and pink, and that's just not really my style. I like more bronzies and golds, and I'm starting to work with color more, and so when I saw this, it just looked like the perfect the perfect palette for me. The first day that it launched at Ulta, I grabbed one, and then I came home and realized that one of the pans had been pressed weird. So instead of just being like a flat surface of shadow, it kind of dipped down a little bit. And so I took it back because that's a manufacturing error. And so I took it back and got a new one. So this is my second new one. I hadn't even touched the first one. I like to take it out of the box and look at how pretty it is. I got some new brushes from ColourPop. I also picked up their no filter foundation. I will have a separate video on that coming soon. The shade Weekenders first. This is the ColourPop E2. It's the big crease fluff brush or something like that. This mirror is so big. I can't even believe how big this mirror is. I think this brush is just a little too small for what I'm trying to do right now, so I'm going to swap it back out to my BH Cosmetics 101 blending brush. I'm not sure exactly what the number is. It's this one. This big fluffy brush. Still just going back in with Weekender, just to really be able to buff it and blend it out. I'm not used to using a handheld mirror, because usually they're just too small, but this mirror is so big. They are a little dusty. There's some kick up in the pan. I'm going to play with some color today, so I'm going to take Still Shot. It's kind of a heavy palette to hold with my very tired left hand. We were doing a reset last night, so we went in after hours. The store closed at 6 p.m. and I got there at 6:30, and I was stocking Pro Hair because it's our leader sale this week. I'm very sore this morning from squatting and lifting so many boxes yesterday. I'm gonna take Hell Ride on that small ColourPop fluff brush. Fluff brush. Damn it. And I'm going to take it right here in this crease. This crease as opposed, I mean, there is the other one, but that's just a weird way to phrase that. This ColourPop brush is very, very soft. I really like that. I really like how my BH brush blends. It's just a little too jabby to my sensitive eyelids. Does that make sense? And my Morphe brush is actually painful on my eyelids. So I don't use it. And I don't think I'll ever get another Morphe eyeshadow brush. They're just, unless it's their synthetic ones, their natural hair brushes are just too sharp on my eyelids. It does make one's hand kind of tired holding this. So I'm gonna put it down and just use my sitting mirror because my hand hurts. Downside, it's a heavy palette. My hand's cramped up. Like, yeah, this is way scratchier on my eyelid than the other one. It's like, it's almost painful how scratchy these brushes are. They do a good job at blending, but at what cost? Just taking a little bit more of Still Shot, that brighter kind of salmon pink color. I'm gonna try to match the shades here to each other. They're blending really well. I'm going to take a little bit more of Hellride, that magenta pink, and focus it on the outer corner. I use a lot of pink eyeshadows. I feel like they make green eyes pop though. I know you all think that I have blue eyes because my lighting just kind of like bleaches out my entire appearance. My eyes are actually green. Like when you look really closely at them in any other kind of lighting, they're a kind of like a lighter green. They're pretty. It's like the one thing about me that I'm never like, ugh. It's too early for that kind of negativity, Laura. Love yourself. Accept yourself. Love yourself. This dark fudgy brown color is kind of calling to me, so I'm going to take the shade Punk. The Anastasia Subculture palette is on sale this week. Like, it's half off. It's $21. But I was like, I should get it. I would never use it. None of the colors in that palette really appeal to me. I don't know if they fixed the formula so that it doesn't make your eyeshadow blend like shit. I don't need it. And I have, like, last night to convince myself that I didn't need it, I got on the Ulta app and I set the price range for, the high being at $21 so that I could convince my brain that look at all this other shit you could get for $21. That's not an awful palette. Okay, we're going to take the shade Wild Heart on the BH 102 packing brush. Every 4th of July, the Jets do a flyover of the entire valley. And they, like, fly over all the parades that are happening. It's always the best part of every parade, but now I'm going to be living, like, right next to it. It's going to be a loud Wednesday. Because they fly over the parade and where I grew up. It starts at 8, and they just scream over the street where it is, and so 8 a.m. Wednesday is going to be very loud. Okay, this shade is a little patchy, but again, I've always found that these kind of pink shades are patchy. They don't ever blend super, super well, and they're not ever as pigmented as they look in the pan. It's not doing exactly what I want it to do. I'm not gonna let this turn me off to the whole palette. It's just one pink shade, and the other ones look great. So I'm taking my Real Techniques base shadow brush, going a little bit heavier with it into the brush. Ow! It kind of is the same shade as Wild Thoughts from ColourPop, so I'm probably gonna end up going over the top of it with that, like I did with my Wet n Wild palette from my Ulta haul testing video, which I will link above. First gonna go in with the finger. It does leave something to be desired with the swatch. This is probably not the best color to choose for a first impressions video, but I just wanted to try something new. And then I'm going to go back with Wild Thoughts from ColourPop, just to make that look a little bit less patchy. There we go. I want to do something different. It does literally the same look that I did before, just with a different palette. It's like, this is just not a look that I do myself. Like, when I'm not filming, I don't do colors like this. I'm always just doing golds and bronzies and brown. I woke up excited to take my nap this afternoon. But I shouldn't nap. I should edit and get some other stuff done. Okay, that looks a little bit better. It's a little bit more blending just to make sure everything is seamless. Or that the shadow wipes away. I don't know. Just going back in with a little bit more Hellride. Just to make sure everything is still pigmented on my eye. I want to darken out that outer corner again. So I'm going to take Punk again, that chocolatey fudgy brown. Browns and pinks, that's so like junior high 2008. I was going to say that oh man, I just dated myself. I've already told you guys how old I am, so it doesn't really matter. I'm getting just a little bit of weird clinging right here. I'm just gonna blend on that for a minute. It's kind of a weird look, isn't it? Got a little anxiety right there. Okay, and then for some brow bone highlight, I'm going to take the shade Breakaway. I don't know if this is it kind of looks like a glitter. It's not a shimmer, but it also doesn't look like it's a matte. It might be a matte. Oh yeah, that's a matte. Then I'm going to take, oops, I stuffed my finger in that shadow. I'm going to take the shade Stranded. It's a really pretty shimmery, light gold color. I cannot explain to you with anything I say or do or plan. I think that highlight color is just a little too dark to be truly highlighting on me. So I recently picked up the Soph X Revolution highlighting palette. These go out almost as soon as we get them stocked. I'm going to take a mix of these two right here. Okay, I'm going to do my foundation for a separate video, and I'll be right back. Insert pause here. And we're back. I just tried out the ColourPop No Filter Foundation. I like it so far. There will be a full review on it. I'm going to take the ColourPop E9. It's more of a, it's a smaller crease blending brush. And I'm going to take Still Shot. I'm not going to go back down here with a pink, like a super pink color. It doesn't really... Punk again. This brownie fudge shade. Fudge brownies. Too much. I don't have time for eyeliner today, even though this look really, really needs it. I just don't have time. I gotta get dressed and get out of here. To highlight the inner corner, I'm going to mix these two shades again. Throw on some mascara. And to set the foundation, I'm going to use the Urban Decay D-Slick. And the Urban Decay All Nighter on top. I just bought the big size. It's a very fine mist, like you can't tell what's going on. Oh wow, it's all over my mirror. That's it for this look. I really like the palette. I like it so far. I'm gonna keep playing with it. I'll show you guys another tutorial with it later. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel. That way you'll never miss an upload. I thank you for your support, and I'll see you later. Bye! Oh shit, I gotta go. Well, it's gonna be a mess when Devin gets home! Oh no.